You wouldn't believe how I transformed this office PC into a gaming PC for a crazy profit. Hey guys, as of recording this, I may have picked up the best deal I've ever seen on Facebook Marketplace. Now, first impressions, you may think this is just an ordinary dusty office PC that you find at the eWest dump, but if you don't know a lot about computers, this is actually where you're wrong. This only costed me $300. Now you might be laughing behind the screen saying that I got scammed, but this is a crazy sleeper build. Opening up the PC, we can see to no major surprise that's a bit dusty from use and general wear and tear, but I'm actually not focused on that because we can always fix that later. The main takeaway here is that I found a Ryzen 5 5500 RTX 3050 and 32GB of RAM inside this computer for only $300. I'm expecting at least $400 in profit after all of the expenses. As if the seller wasn't already nice enough by giving me this literal goldmine, he decided to throw in 2 hard drives and free RAM. It was like he was just giving me free tech at that point, so shout out to the seller. So my initial plans for this PC is pretty simple as it already has a great foundation. I'm thinking of getting a new case obviously to make it look nice, and I'm also going to upgrade the SSD and power supply because who uses only hard drives in 2026? So let's go pick up the case. This is a time lapse of me struggling to open the case. Now that the case is finally open, this is what it looks like. Pretty sleek and eye-catching, and honestly, it's actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. Now it's time to take out all of the old parts from the office PC to then move them into the new case. So here's a time lapse of that. I didn't record this part, but I completely forgot that the power supply is for an ITX build, meaning that it won't actually reach the motherboard in the new case. This is why I picked up a Corsair VS 550W power supply for only $20, which is a pretty good deal as well. But after finally getting all of the parts out, it's ready to put it into the new case. After plugging everything in, I was a bit of a goofball and forgot that the low profile GPU isn't going to fit into the new case with its original bracket. So instead, I'm going to sell it off on Facebook Marketplace and then use whatever I get from the sale to buy a new GPU. The RTX 3050 ended up selling for around $180, which is pretty good. After doing an insane amount of scrolling on Facebook Marketplace for a few days, I actually stumbled across this great deal. $180 for a used RX 6600 8GB model. Personally, I believe that the RX 6600 will be a much better fit for the CPU, as it will be able to play all the modern games at the high settings at a good frame rate. So this is a time lapse of me installing the GPU. After installing everything and setting it all up, it's finally time to benchmark a few of these games to get a general gist of its performance. But before that, I'll have a quick time-lapse of the PC so we can get to know what it looks like. It's pretty good looking, honestly. I really love how the white cables add some unique tones to it that match the RGB fans. But enough of that, let's get into the games. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next Office PC flip where I'm about to get some crazy profit.